you can have coffee, no worries. Just don't put sugar in it. You can have a lot of water.
But I think that's a bad thing to do. I think
what's the bad thing to do?
This is actually preventing a lot of people following up. When you say don't put sugar in the coffee, because this is quite an extreme thing. Why not? Like, it's 10 grams of sugar. It's not going to affect you in any way. It's rather don't eat the Snickers or eat half the Snickers. I think this puts a lot of people off, because when you've done it and when you are there and when you are aware, it's, I'm not going to put sugar in my coffee because I don't need the sugar. But you have walked a long way to get there. But if you are just starting, I mean, I think this is detrimental, and you need to be really, 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 really slow with your steps towards improvement, and don't put sugar in your coffee. For me, for someone who's just starting, is extreme.
Yeah, but everything that you start putting on your diet plan or your workout plan is extreme. I've seen people that are overweight coming to jiu-jitsu. They cannot make a roll front or back because they're too overweight. And during warm-up, they're dead.
Yep.
So this is extreme.
This is extreme for them.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to go through this. You need to. It will be hard to change. I'll put it in another way. You've been developing this way of eating for the last 20 years of your life.
Yeah.
And you want to change it from today for tomorrow. From this, like we said in Bulgarian, tomorrow a new person. This won't work like this.
Yeah.
So you need to start small, of course. But what I was referring towards lowering calories in any way that you can. It's easy for you. It might mean alcohol.
Be alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, but for someone that's used to getting a couple of beers every night, it will be very hard. It's the same like the coffee.
Yeah.
But of course, we are very smart in delivering ways around. For example, when I was shredding and trying to get myself shredded last year, when I felt hungry for carbs or something sweet, I was going for sweetened carbon drinks. 0 calories, but my brain gets this idea of eating something sweet. This is extreme example. I wouldn't recommend anyone trying to get in shape to do this, but it might work. Because a bottle of 2 liters of cocoa might be like a couple of thousand calories, and 2 liters of cocoa without sugar might be like 0 or like 20, 50. And it's 200 times increase, or something between 10 and whatever. And these small things work, but they need to be implemented every day on every meal. Small things. And piling up, it will work only if you are able to measure where you were and what's happening, what's the trend, what's the OKR. Okay, the OKR is, in the next 30 days, I'm going to write down my weight in the morning, or I'm going to write down my weight once a week, just to make sure I'm on the right path. Because what fuels motivation, there's nothing that fuels motivation better than results. And when you're down like 5 kilos, and you know that last time that you tried to lose weight, you couldn't do more than -2, and you're like, oh my God, this works. And this is the moment where your brain is like, yeah, let's keep going. Because it's hard to implement new habits, but you need to make yourself capable of realizing that they lead you to a better place. It's like, I don't know if you do it in a way in the industry, but
Small iterations.
As a fitness coach, as someone that spent so much time helping people develop habits, people are they need these results to feel that they're doing something that it's not.
Their effort is worth it so far.
Absolutely,
because
this fuels motivation immensely, and it can. I had a case with a lady that lost 19 kilos in 1 year, and told me that she has never been that fit in her life. Last time she was this type of kilos, she was before she was pregnant with her first child. She had 2. So her internal motivation was so strong that it led her there. There have been people that lost 10 kilos in the first month, and they're like, yeah, then I can reward myself, and then there we go again. So it's that's why I wanted to start with the internal motivation of what leads you towards the path of self-improvement, and knowing what's there is going to keep you for a longest period, and then having the results, like saying yes, you are doing the right job, keeps the motivation high as well. So you're trying in every way possible to help yourself, because I have this saying, you cannot make someone do the push-ups for you.
Yeah.
You can pay everyone to give you advice, to give you the best strategy ever. There's no such thing as best strategy ever, because everything is personal.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, but you pay and you do nothing and you expect results, and you say, hey, but your program doesn't work.
You have to do the work indeed. And let's go full circle here. I think if you have a very strong internal intrinsic motivation, it's going to be easier for you. But not everyone is at that moment where they have like family, or they have some kind of serious health care that will be pushing them for the rest of their lives. Some folks they feel something's not right. They want to start doing something. They have kind of a semi-intrinsic motivation, and what I've seen is going to the extreme actually has a negative effect, and then they say, this is not working at all, I'm not going to train, I'm not going to eat, because every time I crash, it's even better, even more stress at work, and it's like a vicious circle. So you mentioned this like 15 minutes ago, but if we talk about physical activity, my biggest takeaway was realizing how many different sports there are. You can categorize them in like cardiovascular and resistance training, basically running and sweating and pushing and pulling weights. But there are so many sports that you will most certainly find something that works for you, but it needs some upfront effort to try. And there are sports that require more. You need to be skilled with something. Coordination, yeah, like more skill. If you play tennis or squash, like me, you may be running a lot, but your skill might not be as good. Which is great, because I run a lot, and this is why I go to squash.
Some people go to football because they can run a lot.
Too many folks trying to jump in your legs and then tears. But yeah, that's a different story. It's not only gym. And I think walking is extremely underrated. Like just going for a walk for not even an hour, 30, 40 minutes, just walking in a direction, then walking back. Unfortunately, in Sofia, we have 4 months of not very walkable weather. It's like winter.
It's fine.
It's fine for you, but it's quite cold. But I think that for me, this is really important. Figure out that there are a lot of different sports, and someone will click for you. It might not necessarily be gym or something else, or jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu definitely clicks for you, and this is the important part. And the same thing goes for nutrition, because folks start with extreme diet. Like, I will eliminate carbs from now on. That's it. Or I will eliminate
From
meat
today.
from today. I will stop eating sweet. And I believe this is not working at all. And